So you want people to know about your great business or service, but you're still a bit hesitant about showing up on social media. Let's look at 3 ways that we can get you to jump that hurdle. So I know the questions that you're asking yourself: who's going to be watching? What are they going to be thinking? Have they heard it before? What does my hair look like? What if my forehead's shiny? What does my makeup look right? Do I look tired today? And I say all of those questions because every single one of those things I've said to myself before I've pressed the record button. So you're not alone. So how do you creep out of the shadows and show up and show out in your business? First of all, be really clear that this is what you want to do. What is it that you're showing to the world? Is it something that you really want to do? Because if it is, why hide it? And there are some specific questions that you're going to have to ask yourself. So write these down. Is this message or business something that I really want to share? Who am I going to focus on? Who wants this thing? Why do they need my message, or why is it that they need this business? And the last question is, what happens if you don't share it? What happens to you? What happens to them? Because one of the things that we have to remember, and we've all heard that phrase, that the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because that's where so many dreams, so many books, so many businesses that were yet to be created, that were little bulbs of life waiting to bloom in somebody's brain, just went with the person when they went, because it didn't come to life. So think about what happens if you are sitting on your rocking chair in 40 or 50 years time thinking about if only. What does that look like for you? One of the things under is this something that I really want to do that stops people from putting their message out there or putting their business out there is, again, if you are working a 9 to 5, there is also that worry of what are they going to say? And that's where the question, do you really want to do this? How important is this to you? Comes in. So all you have to do is just make sure that you are within guidelines that don't put you in breach of anything, and share your message, share your business. So now that you're sure that this is something you want to do, you know who you're speaking to, you know what your message is, you know what your business is going to be, you need to pick a platform. So you can go out there and you can pick a brand new shiny website. However, again, how are people going to know you're there? You're more than likely going to have to show up on social media at some point so that they know you're there. So pick a platform and be consistent on it. Choose your day, your time, whenever it is that you're going to show up. So your platforms, there are so many platforms out there. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Choose one. And I say choose one because sometimes if you are scattered and you're everywhere, then you don't get the focus that you want. And just be consistent. And number 3, be patient. I started this YouTube channel in January and I'm still growing my followers, and it just brings a lovely little smile to me when I see another person has subscribed, and I know that it will continue to grow. However, I'd been on YouTube before. I have another channel that was craft focused, and although that channel had crossed 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to be able to start something new with people who wanted to be here with the content that I am talking about today. So I know that I have to be patient as it grows, and I know it can grow because I've had a channel before that grew. The main reason that we don't show up is not because our hair isn't right or we're not quite sure who wants to hear the message. It is fear. And as much as fear can keep us safe, fear can also be crippling, and we know that. Fear can make us take our gifts to the grave. Fear can make us stay silent when we really need to speak up. Fear can stop us from showing our gifts to the world, and fear can stop us from sharing those gifts with those who actually need it. So we have to take a good look at ourselves and ask us, what is it that's stopping us from being seen? Do you believe in your message? Do you believe in your business? If you do, step up. So there are some things that you can do to help you work through that fear, because it's always going to be there. You just have to learn how to put it in the back seat. There was someone who says that fear is always going to be with us. It's kind of like, the person who sits in the passenger seat when we're driving along going anywhere. But we have to make sure that fear is not in charge of the stereo. It's not in charge of the windscreen wipers. It doesn't tell us where to go. We're the ones reading the map. We're the one in the driver's seat. We're the one in charge of whatever music we're going to be listening to whilst we're driving down the road. mode. Fear does not have a say. We need to learn how to quiet it down. And we can do that by speaking life into our actions on a daily basis. And one of the ways that you do that is building in a routine every day. And that routine can include things like your intentions. It can include things like affirmations, daily reminders that this is where you need to be and this is the path that you need to be going down. And in that routine, make sure you put in when you're going to show up on social media. So I hope those 3 tips were helpful for you. Be clear of what your message is, pick a platform and be patient. And I'd love to hear from you. So put it down in the comments. Where is it that you're going to show up and how? Until the next video, bye.